Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Lushka here. I'm going to talk about my individual reflection about our project, which means we already did it in last 3 months. Let's start. So before that, I'll share my screen. Yes. Hope you guys can see my screen. Yes. If I start again, it's air quality monitoring system and the alerting system. This is my individual reflection, myself, Nilshka. So moving forward, yes. As the overall presentation, this is the introduction of my presentation. So in this introduction, I'm going to talk about our team, our clients, and what is our project. So first of all, I'm talking about our team. So mainly our team had 4 members, actually two developers and two BAs. The BAs are myself, Nilushka, and Sachini, as well as the two developers are the front-end developer Dhanushka and the back-end developer Hashad. So if I talk about our clients are the Ararat City Council. The main client was the Phil and Glenn as well as the Melanie. And the other thing, what is our project? So our project is basically about the alerting system, actually like the air quality monitoring system. So if I talk about the thing, I think it's better if I move to my next slide. Yes, if I talk about the system, ARCC current system, they have a system like this, which means they have only map, and the map shows the places where their air quality went the bad or the fair or the poor or the hazardous. But the main issue was in here is like the monitoring officers always have to look at this system and check which places are going bad. So then they have to get the proper way to solve that issues. So what basically our clients need the system as they need to get the alert for the elevated values, elevated scenarios, as well as they need to get an reporting module as well as the dashboards which they don't have still. So I think I'll show you their current system like this. So if I move here, yes, this is their current system. So if I go here in the system, they can view their sensors like they have already installed like 25 sensors there, and from this one they can get an idea about the temperature and wind, humidity, uh, P2.5 population, PM10 population. Likewise, so the main thing they need to get an idea about the, as I mentioned before, the elevated values, which are the air quality going bad. So yes, I move to my slides again. Yes. Then these are the problems we identified in the current system. So we mainly identified five main issues. Likewise, they still don't have the system to receive real-time alerts that saying these locations going bad. So you guys have to get an action for this one. So the other thing is they don't have the which means like they actually don't have the system to get the alerts and the log for the triggered alerts. And the other thing is they need to get the reports and they need to get check what happened the last week, last month, last year, likewise. And as well as they need the thing, the filtering things. So in this case, what we had developed was we gave the solutions for all these five issues. Uh, yes. As our solution, we mainly gave them two solutions, which means first one is email alerting system. The other thing is web-based system with the interactive dashboard and the reporting module and the user management system. So in this case, if I talk about the email alerting system, what we had done was like our clients has the hardware and system which I shown before. It actually may it actually done by the company called Attentis. So what is the actual thing was like Attentis have the hardwares and the system. Then they'll get the details from the those hardwares and they insert it into their dashboard. So from that dashboard, our client also have a dashboard. So they push data from that dashboard, sorry, that database to that client's database. So what we had to do is we also created the database as like the client's one, and we made these store procedures for that database. So in here, we mainly checked that database from the our store procedures, which means we check the elevated values for the current levels. So if we got the elevated values, we categorize them into main three parts like poor, very poor, and hazardous. So once we got the elevated value, we send the alerts to the our clients, but the main thing is our client asks to send only one alert per day, which means if we get so many alerts, we only send one alert which showing the date and the location and the type of the elevated value likewise. And the other thing, web-based system. So in this web-based system, we provided our customer the interactive dashboards, get the idea about the added logs, the other alerts and the likewise, and the reporting module, which means customer can filter the thing and get an idea what has happened in this specific area, what has happened in this time period likewise. And the other thing is our client has to get a user management system, because our client's main thing what he wanted is he need to block some notification the alerts for specific group. So he asked us the user management system, so we provided it. uh, if I go to my next slide, this one, in our project it mainly ran to main three sprints, so sprint 1, sprint 2, and sprint 3. So in our sprint 1, it started on 25th July to 15th August, which means first week to week 4. uh, in the first sprint, we had a lot of works to our BAs than our developers, but we also worked very well. So as a BA, I had to, what I did was in this sprint was I had mainly four things to do, like requirement gathering and verification. The other thing is user story creations and the verification. The other thing is system design and wireframes, as well as the system architecture design and the confirmation. So in this sprint, our main goal was like to do the system architecture designing and confirm it from our client. So if I talk more about these four, uh, for the requirement gathering, we mainly used MS Teams meetings weekly. So likewise, when every meeting in the first sprint, we gathered our requirements from the client, and yes, client help us so much. That's good thing for us as a team. And yes, the other thing is user story creation. So once we gathered the information, we identified the problems which I shown before, mainly five, and we created the main five user stories from there. And after that, in sprint 1, we had to show our storyboard uh, to the class. So we already done it very well, as well as the system design and wireframe. So once we created the user case, we sent it to our client and get the approval. From that, we started our system design and do the wireframes, as well as we did system architecture design and got confirmation like the email and precaution template design. So in this case, need to mention that our client told that they need no need to get the precaution template, so we just revised the thing and just again sent them and got the approval. Those things happen in our sprint one. So if I send these tell you the summary for you, uh, these main things we did in our sprint one, actually me, those are the jobs that I have completed in my sprint one. So if I go to my next slide, these are the things I did. The colored ones are the our user stories. Actually, these two done by me and other BA Sachi. And the right side, you can see the wireframes of the system. And if I move to my next slide, it's our sprint 2, which started on 15th of August and ends in 15th September, which means started at week 4 and end in week 8. So if I talk about the sprint 2, it is the sprint that BAs didn't have much works to do. Actually, once we got the approval from the client side, our developers started the things to do the work. Um, and what I did in sprint 2, mainly, I had 4 jobs as well as in the sprint. What are those? Like database design and implementation. So, which means I had to we had to move to the backup database design and and I helped to the develop support because with some issues that we had to face, we had to go to the backup plan. So yes, we went to that backup plan and we completed the database design because yeah, front end developer need to do much works with the database. So the other thing is backend logic confirmation and development alert generating and alert logs. So in this case, I supported them to do the PHP scripts and the run them, and did some like did some experiments, and yes, they went well. The other thing is development of admin module and the development in the reporting module. So according to our wireframes, I had to design the Figma design, which means our system need to come like this. So yes, I'm super happy. However, we got the our system mostly similar to like this. So those are the things which I did in our sprint 2. So if I talk about sprint 2, it's good. We worked very well, and we had some issues regarding different parts. But as a team, we finished our sprint 2 very well, and these are the improvements for my sprint 2, which are the five Figma designings. So actually, I had like main 6 interfaces, and with the validation parts, it's almost like 10 or 11. And yes, sprint 3. So once we finished the sprint 2, we had to come to sprint 3, which was started on 15th of September and then 15th of October, which means week 8 to week 12. So if I talk about sprint 3, this sprint is the sprint that I had more works because I'm the one who appointed as the do the testing parts. So yes, those are the things that I did in this sprint, like front-end development for report and dashboard. So in this case, I had to test the user-friendly interfaces for data visualizations, which means the dashboard, and the front-end, which means our web system. So if I talk about this one, I had to go with the black box testing, which means I have to I had to check the every button and the every field likewise and the navigation parts. Yes, in this case I identified some issues, not too much, some issues, and I made some test documents and sent it to our developers. Then developers re-corrected them and sent it to me. Then I checked again, and yes, they went well. And as well as the other thing, system integration, which means the DB alerting system and the front end. Um, yes, if I talk about this one, mainly I had to check the email alert, which means our backend developer made it with the stop procedures. As I mentioned before, we had to check our database. So this is actually a white box testing. So I had to run all the scripts and the stop procedures over there. So yes, the main thing I had to face in this one is as I mentioned before, our customers to get a thing like customer need only one alert per day, so which means we can't send more and more alerts per day. So yes, we checked it, hopefully and luckily the system worked very well, and I have to mention that thing. And yes, the other thing is system testing and the validation as well as the bug fixing. So I tested the software quality and the reliability of our system. And the other thing, product commercialization and the product artifacts. So I also help Saji to do the preparation of the product and the creating the documentations. So these are the things that I checked in this sprint. And yes, those are our deliveries, which means the first thing is the our air quality notification system. And this is the actual screenshot from the our email alert. So in this alert, it mentions the location and the date as well as the time and the type of the elevator type, and as well as the PM1 level, PM2.5 level, and PM10 value, the air quality value. And the other thing, this is our dashboard I have already checked. And yes, overall experience, if I talk about the overall experience, was best. And as a team, I think we work very well. uh, yes, we had some issues, but not too much. We lucky to manage those things. And the support from the client side very well, and they provide so many feedbacks that we are happy. And yes, especially need to thank to our supervisor and the course coordinator. They guided us very well in the critical situations as well. Yes, that was good. And if I talk about what went well was like the testing part, which is mainly did by me. It's very well. And what things going wrong, like we had some conflicts in the team, but we managed them. Finally, we created what our client expected, and yes, so once we do the final presentation, our clients are so happy about that thing, and they so happy about our work. And yes, I think as a team we did best thing. So this is the end of my presentation. So thank you again, and yes, I'm going to wrap up this session. Thank you.